not that scary, but over there is probably scary. It's where all the dead people are. Oh my god. For weeks I didn't want to go here. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna experience something that I don't normally want to experience, so I'm gonna kill myself. Well, not kill myself, don't say that. But, you know, I meant like my fears, man. Look at that. Tonight, I hope I don't have bad dreams. Ghosts, please don't, like, come at my sleep. Please do not. Oh, Jesus. Okay, this is a tombstone. Okay, I didn't realize he was not kidding when he said that. This is freaking me out. Good thing it's not dark. Hopefully the ghosts don't come after me at night, man. Hopefully I don't have bad dreams tonight, because it's gonna kill me. Jesus Christ. They say that they die at the age of 16 and they don't get buried till 64. What a short life we have, huh? How can we use this moment to live the fullest? How can we use this moment to bring our gift to life? How can we bring this moment not to waste our life, to die with all the songs in the dirt? I wonder how would these people felt when their last breath take. I wonder what they say to themselves, what they could have done. They wish that they had more time, but we don't have more time. As we age, we don't have much energy. People say we do have energy, but right now there are a lot of dead souls who probably have a lot of regret. Some live well, some probably didn't live well. We don't know. All we know is how we lived, how we loved, how we care, and how we give to the world. And ultimately, how can we share that gift with the world and not let it die with us? Today I stand before you because I would never do these things, because I'm scared as, oh my god. And I wonder, if I went here today, what choice would I have made? What things, what opportunity I wish I'd have taken, because I wish I wasn't fearful. I wish I took the chance to do something amazing, but I let that fear stop me. Don't let the fear stop you. I know that people said, you know, there isn't, you know, you gotta be fearless, but I know that a lot of people have fears. That's why they don't do their dreams. That's why they don't do what's inside them. That's why they procrastinate, and they kill their dreams by the fear that they have in their mind. And right now, this is my biggest fear, and I would never do this in my whole entire life. But because it's meant to say, look, people say we might live forever because we as a human being are eternal being or multi-dimensional beings, and we could go back and forth in the 5D dimension with telepathies and psychics. They can channel dead spirits and spirits. Maybe one day I could just feel that, but right now I don't know how to do that. Maybe I should train my mind to do. No, that would be freaky, because I would have nightmares for the rest of my life. I would never do that. Oh my god, why did I say that? So that's it today. I'm about to step on the grounds. Oh man, this is not getting easy. So I'm about to cross Saint Gabriel Archangel statue. Oh man, okay, I'm sorry. This is intense, man. So this is Gabriel, the statue or something for Archangel, I guess. The angel of God. Oh. Guess Gabriel is real. This time I have to wake him up, so he can protect and be my light. So I have a halo protecting me and light protecting me. I gotta learn how to protect my energy barriers, man.
We have a lot of problems all over the world. Yeah, with the climate, with poorness and everything. And no decisions, only this, more important, this impeachment and the Brexit and the
Congress decided not to impeach him and not to remove him. And
You know, sometimes when you don't want coincidence to happen, but it end up happening, and you know that coincidence always happen, and I was like, well, there's no coincidence, right? I think once you're tied with somebody energy, it's always connected. Sorry. There was it an X-Men movie where, you know, what was it, Apocalypse, and he said, Charles, we're all connected! Anyway, today I went to the library, and the English. Okay, I went to talk to the public, librarian manager, but he wasn't there. So, they have a couple of, well, I guess you could call it clubs, events, or whatever. So they have, right? So I went inside to see what's up. Right? Now I know what it is. You want like new experience, meaning different experience that you never had before. To see something like, why didn't I do this before? Like, why didn't I do public speaking before? Right? I was like, why wouldn't? God, it made me no sense. And I realized all these videos that I make help me talk about the topic, right? And yes, putting myself in an uncomfortable situation where people don't want to put themselves in. And people hear you talk, and they think like you're crazy. And I just was at the fire bending. Alright, I'm getting distracted. So I went to this English class. I was like, might as well, right? Waiting for the not the librarian manager. Anyway, so I sat there, and there was soon after came like people. They're immigrants. They came from different countries. Looked like I was the youngest, I guess. And what's up? I still don't get it, right? What's up with me interrupting people sometimes? I felt like, oh my god, I just want to like answer the question. I just want to answer, but he's like, I guess people don't like interruption, but I keep wanting to do that. I was like, why people are afraid of public speaking is because a lot of people are afraid of what people will judge them for and what they would think of them, right? It's very interesting. Anyway, so they were there was this guy who was in charge, and he was talking, right, and he was teaching the people English. They were all Asian. Well, one guy looked like Russian. He was talking Russian or some type of accent I wanted to ask, but anyway, in that discussion, they talk about, you know, there was this Asian guy, found out that he was Filipino, and he was talking about why get married in the first place and get divorced, right? People who get married like have no, you know, piece of paper, and then they end up having kids. Well, in America, we know why people have kids before they get married. We know why. Now, technically, and since nobody was asking questions, so I the guy who was in charge saying, do I have any questions? I was like, what can I come up with? What is your what's life purpose? What is life like purpose? What wasn't so? Well, it wasn't clear, but I came up with it, right? And people couldn't answer. He's like, life is just live and die or something. And I was like, how can I realize this is public speaking, what I'm doing, but because you know what I realized, what I could change, and my mistake is I should have looked at all the people, but I was like, every time I talk, I look down or some other way. Maybe I should practice that. Now, I realized since I make so many videos on YouTube, it helped me to hit a certain point. So I was like, I'm not gonna, because Now I understand that people don't really share about their life stories because people don't want to know about it, right? It could. Now, when I went, the guy toward the end, he's like, "Oh, it's very heavy," but I use what I say on YouTube, you know, it's like life, right? I know that life, you know, toward the 2011, I wanted to die and all that, blah blah blah. I want to use a very loaded gun, right? And the reactions are very awesome. And they start questioning, like, I think public speaking, not only you're giving people opinions of how you think, but it's making them think in a different way. It changed their perspective. How, for me, I wanted to change the way how people think of life, and they start questioning how they live life. Because I know that for a fact that everybody asks a question at some point of their life that, you know, why are we here? Why are we born and die? Grow old and you know, stuff like that. And I remember there was the there was the Chinese lady. She was old. She was talking about her purpose was to care and love for her kids. And I can't remember the other one, but they had certain talk about, and like there are a lot of people, yes, have understand this feeling, right, that they don't want to exist. So I hit a certain point, and toward the end, the Filipino guy talked about life. You know, well, he actually did talk about life toward, and it was in the beginning. He's like, "What's the purpose of life? It's mission to serve." And there was a Chinese Christian guy, and he talked about it's to serve people, to help people, right? I got a very interesting answer, and and you know, there was Chinese girls. They were talking. They came from Asia, came from Asia, and then to America. And you know, the guy who was in charge, he's like, you should watch the news and be updated in America. But those things doesn't even, like, why do you even care about the news? Yeah, I pay attention to about, you know, toward the end they were talking about politics, but I learned a lot. Let's just say I learned a lot, but I don't care about politics. It's like, you should learn politics. Nah, I don't want to learn politics. Now, when it comes to toward the end, I asked the Filipino guy when we're, you know how all Jedis have robe and they have like cover hoodie? Mine is yellow, so I can stand out from all the Jedis and Lord Sith. So they'll notice me, and it's like, that's the guy who's in the middle. It's like, wait, why is he in the middle? Because he have known the dark side and the light side. I think that would be a great combination, the dark and the light. That's the most balanced Jedi, right? You're not to the extreme of the light side of a monk. You're not too extreme to the dark side. Wait, what the hell is dark side? Or are they anti-monks? Anyway, so toward the end, I talked to the Filipino guy. He's older, and he talked about the heart and the pump, life force, the heart of the life force. And he talked about nurse and doctor and stuff like that. But he talked about God gave us light, something like he think that I wouldn't believe in like God or something. In my definition, it's a different term of God, right? God is in everything, and it's energy. It's the life force that binds us all. To connect energy, no matter how far you are, we're always like tap into this energy, connected, no matter how far, right? And I knew what he was talking about. It's like as of all the study I've been studying, it come down to the human heart. There is something powerful about the human heart. And I asked him, did you understand what I was saying toward the speech or whatever I was talking? And he said, yeah. So 11 people So basically, I talked to the public librarian, and then the public librarian said public speaking is about either a small or large group. So yeah. So even though I did give them a way of thinking different from mine, but or theirs. Anyway, I shouldn't say that. Anyway. So, what is the meaning of life? To live your heart desire, to live your purpose, right? Even though some days you felt like you can't do it, but you can, right? And you can go through the moments, because I know that I have the hard days. So, that there is something that push us to become more aware and push humanity to become more aware. And that's my thoughts today. And I'm in a public place because I gotta feel more comfortable, okay? That's the best.